Joe DiMaggio, the Yankee Clipper, is well known for a superhuman 56 game hitting streak in 1941, but even that mark is not the record in pro ball or even Jolton Joe's longest streak. Let's talk about 5 superhuman feats in minor league baseball. First, outfielder Joe Wilhoit played for the Braves, Pirates, and Giants between 1916 and 1918, but he slumped at the end of the 1918 season, and the Giants sold Wilhoit to Seattle of the Pacific Coast League, where his struggles continued in 1919. After 17 games, Seattle traded him to the Class A Wichita Jobbers of the Western League, and to Wilhoit, it must have seemed like his whole professional career was hanging by a thread, except the slump ended spectacularly in Wichita. On June 14th, he began a hitting streak that lasted 69 games over 10 weeks. By season's end, Wilhoit had racked up 222 hits with a 422 batting average. No one has surpassed his single season record of 69 straight games, although one man approached it. None other than Joe DiMaggio had a 61 game streak as a rookie with the San Francisco Seals in 1933. Remarkable. Second, Spencer Harris played for 3 different major league teams in the 1920s and compiled a 249 batting average. Not an abysmal number, but not a figure that will keep you in the show for long without defensive wizardry. But Harris became the Pete Rose of minor league baseball, an Ironman who wrapped up his career at age 47 with 3,617 hits and a 318 batting average. In total, he spent 26 years in the minor leagues, playing over 3,000 games and obtaining a variety of all time minor league records, including the most hits, at bats, and games played, not unlike Pete Rose. Such a career was possible in an era with fewer major league teams, fewer international opportunities, and good salaries for minor league stars like Spencer Harris. Third, George Brett and Tony Gwynn both came close to batting 400. It's a magic number that has eluded hitters ever since Ted Williams did it in 1941. Since then, just one player in professional baseball has done it. Erubiel Durazo, who hit 404 in the PCL and Texas League before his promotion to the Arizona Diamondbacks in 1999. Durazo enjoyed success at the major league level. He was a skilled hitter. And in my mind, if someone can hit 400 in at least 400 plate appearances at any level of pro ball, the world's baseball fans, or at least its baseball nerds, should take notice. Fourth, legendary hurler Steve Dalkowski, with his Coke bottle glasses and unassuming appearance, is believed by many to be the fastest pitcher ever. Earl Weaver, who managed Dalco in 1962, said the explosive lefty threw harder than Nolan Ryan or Randy Johnson. The evidence is anecdotal because radar guns did not exist at the time, but Cal Ripken Sr., who caught Dalkowski, said the same thing. Fastest he had ever seen. Dalco's windup was said to be highly efficient and explosive, a whipping motion that generated extreme velocity. There are tantalizingly few images of the motion, and while Dalco threw incredibly hard, he also lacked control. Over 170 innings of work in 1960, Dalkowski threw 262 strikeouts and issued 262 walks, while giving up more than 5 runs per 9 innings. But he improved under Earl Weaver's guidance during the 1962 season. That is the year, while playing for the Elmira Pioneers of the Eastern League, that he is supposed to have struck out 27 batters, walked 16, and thrown 283 pitches in a single game. Is it true? Well, I couldn't verify the event using newspapers, which leaves me skeptical. I mean, 27 strikeouts and no press. Regardless, his strikeout and walk ratios were superhuman. Without recounting his injuries or tragic post playing biography, it's known that Steve Dalkowski inspired the character of wild hurler Nuke Lelouch in the 1988 film Bull Durham, widely regarded as one of the best baseball movies ever made. Fifth, the Babe Ruth of minor league baseball was a man named Buzz Arlett, a slugger who finished his career with 432 homers, a 604 slugging percentage, and 341 batting average. But that's not the whole story. The California native spent the first 5 years of his career in the Pacific Coast League as a highly effective spitball pitcher with the Oakland Oaks. In fact, early 1920s news media focused on his pitching. That is until the Oaks realized that they needed the switch hitting star to bat every day and slug home runs. Sound familiar? His biography is one reason why he was called the minor league Babe Ruth. Now, Oakland had no obligation whatsoever to sell their biggest star to a major league team, especially since he drew huge crowds. But management finally sold the 31-year-old Arlett to the Philadelphia Phillies in 1931, and he put up superb numbers as a rookie, a 313 batting average and 538 slugging percentage. But Arlett's Achilles heel had always been defense. He was slow and error prone in the field at a time when the designated hitter rule did not exist, so he could not become a Frank Thomas or David Ortiz. The Phillies waived their rights to him after one season, and he proceeded to sign with the Orioles of the Double-A International League, where he crushed 54 homers in 147 games in 1932. And here we see a photo of Arlett in between Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth. And he belonged among these two titans. Arlett was the real deal, a well-paid, well-liked celebrity who finished his minor league career with incredible numbers. In fact, the Society for American Baseball Research voted Arlett the most outstanding player in the history of minor league baseball. And that sounds about right to me. Wrapping up, baseball's minor leagues were quite different in the first half of the 20th century, when some 400 minor league teams existed, as well as far fewer major league cities. Minor league and semi pro teams were just about everywhere in the United States at a time when baseball was at its greatest popularity. Hey, thanks for watching this one. If you didn't see part one of this series, I put a link in the video's description to it. It's also where you'll find information about the players I mentioned in this one.